Shiny object syndrome will cause you more pain and will lose you more money than any other thing in business. And I am speaking from experience. I am a professional shiny object chaser. And I want to explain my definition of shiny object syndrome here on this video. And I want to tell you a little bit about what might be a shiny object that's distracting you that you may not have thought of and how you can avoid it. Guys, my name is Nick Wood. I am the king. Let me show you the crown. I've been gifted this crown. Just kidding, I bought it. But I am the king of digital real estate because I said so. No, but because I earned it, because I built a business. I built a business, a 7-figure business, not selling a program, not doing affiliate marketing, not doing influencer this or that, but by doing a very simple business model, which we call rank and rent, or what I like to call rent, then rank. And that is building simple websites in local markets, in local niches like concrete, like tree service, ranking them to the top of Google, renting them out, and taking the profit and rinsing and repeating and rinsing and repeating and rinsing and repeating again and again and again until I created a 7-figure business. And that, my friends, is why I can sit here and talk to you and have no script and speak from experience, and that is it. So what is shiny object syndrome? I'm gonna sit down because I just feel like it. Shiny object syndrome. What a freaking terrible word that I hate hearing and I am dealing with ever and always, and I always will. And if you haven't, you will, okay? Shiny object syndrome is just that. It is things that pop up that distract us. It is things and opportunities that we see that divert our attention, right? Things that are good things. And that's the scary part, is they're good. So it's not like it's a bad distraction. It's like we're out like spending our time looking at crazy stuff online. Like we're not spending our time on OnlyFans. It's not that. These are often other business opportunities that could be good things. And if we just focused on that thing, could be amazing things, but they distract us from our task at hand. And once you've started one business, you realize it's not that hard to start a business and you see the potential. And guys, how many of you, obviously you're not live with me right now, but by the raise of hand, if I asked this and said, how many of you know that guy or that gal? You're thinking that person right when I say this, that they have 17 different businesses that going on. They got one of these, they got a patent pending. They're doing this service and that service and the rest service. Oh, and then they're doing a travel agency and they're doing a property management company. And you know dang well they ain't making 2 nickels. They got no money, but they got 100 businesses, right? Guys, that is who you are when you are chasing all these businesses, okay? You are that guy, you are that gal. And I thought it was so cool in the beginning, and it's so hard because once you get a little bit of success with one thing, like with rank and rent, right? We get into this business model and we start getting deals and we get it up to 5,000, 7,000. We're like, dude, we could start this other business. Well, dude, let me start another one because I was successful in this one, right? But what we don't realize is by distracting ourselves and splitting our time between this one and that one, you actually are going to make less money, far less money than if you just focused on the one task at hand. And I'm telling you guys, this is something you will ever be presented opportunities. And the better that you get, the more money you make, the better your name becomes, the more opportunities that are going to come to you. Just in the last 2 weeks, I had a very good friend of mine that I respect. This person makes a lot of money, does a lot of overseas businesses, lives a very interesting life. And I was flattered to get a text message from this individual that said, you should, you chat with so-and-so, and I linked you guys up. And this is a really cool opportunity. And I went and I met, and every part of me wanted to just jump in and be like, yes, let me take a piece of equity and let's do it. But I've done that too many times. I've been down that road. And what ends up happening is you distract yourself from your main thing and you don't give priority to that. And then you start to hate the second thing because it's taking from the first thing. And then the partners on that thing become mad and they realize that you're not giving an effort and you're making a ton of money over here, but not, and it just becomes this thing, guys. And so what I did is something I should have done a long time ago with a lot of different things, and I'm getting better at. But I told them, I said, respectfully, I'm flattered that you're asking me to do this, but I don't have the bandwidth. And even if I did, I don't think it's a wise move because this is your thing. And I don't want to distract myself from what I'm doing. I'm the best at what I'm doing. And I think that somebody else will be a better fit. So anyway, that is shiny object syndrome. But here is the key. is what we don't realize, what I didn't realize is we can have shiny object syndrome within our existing businesses, okay? You don't need to go and set up an LLC or get a new logo or whatever to have shiny object syndrome, to be distracted. What I made the mistake of doing is once I started to scale a little bit, right? Once I started to crush it and really scale up. This is in 2020, I had an absolute killer year, right? I made 7 figures. And in 2021, instead of just sticking to it and say, hey, let's go to 2 million or let's go to 3 million, let's double down on this one thing that we're really good at, I decided like, hey, let's start offering some other services. Let's start offering some call answering services. Let's start white labeling and doing the white label with the high level software. Let's go hit all of our clients up and do SEO. And this is the very thing, guys, this is the embarrassing part. This is the very thing that I eliminated in 2019 that allowed me to scale in 2020. And I thought, well, maybe I should go back to it now because I'm a big boy and I'm making 7 figures now. And what ended up happening is we did make more money top line, but when you really looked at it, we probably made close to the same money profit. And I probably spent 30% more time in 2021 to earn that extra revenue that didn't even go in my pocket. Like I worked harder in 2021 and didn't make as much money, okay? So 2019, I had, this before I scaled up, I was a lead generator, but I was offering social media services. Social media management. I was offering, you want a logo? I got you a logo. You want to get swag? I can get you swag. You want to buy this software? I can get this software. I was offering SEO. I was offering website creation. I was going and spending my time consulting, guys. I was doing all these services and I was like, look, we have all these businesses. We have 5 businesses and we can get each one to $20,000. That's $100,000 a month. 2019, December, I realized, scrap it. Scrap all of it. Focus on one thing, flat fee lead generation. That's what I did. And scaled that thing by July of 2020. We made, in that month of July, we made $100,000 doing flat fee lead generation. Shiny object syndrome is real. Shiny object syndrome is something you're always going to have to deal with, something that you need to get good at saying no to. Until your main thing is making 7 figures. And even then, I would still say be careful, but until your main thing is making 7 figures, you better be focused on one thing and one thing only. So what that means is that one thing, take a good hard look at it. Maybe you're not in Rank and Rent. Maybe you're in another business model. Maybe you're an affiliate and you saw this channel and you're like, what's this thing? Take a good hard look at the model that you are putting all your chips in, whether it's drop shipping, affiliate, software, whatever it is. Does it have the scalability? Is it the thing that can go? Is it the thing that if I put all my eggs in this basket, it has the upside? Or are you spending all your time being an affiliate for somebody else's products and they're the one that has ultimate control over it? Are you spending all your time building this company of trading time for dollars and doing SEO services, and all that's going to take is a couple clients being pissed off or a couple slow months to lose everything you've worked for, and now you got to go fire people, now you got to go do this, got to go do that, etc. Guys, shiny object syndrome is so terrifying, and it's something that you're going to have to deal with. You just have to get good at saying no. Get into a business model that has the potential, that checks all the boxes. It's asset based, it's scalable, it's low barrier to entry, it's recurring, and build it. And focus on it and get rid of all the distractions and say no and say no and say no. And you know what? I know sometimes you got to take on these gigs to pay the bills. When you do that, make sure you take those gigs and you outsource them. Make sure you bring people on to fulfill them so that you can focus on the actual thing that makes you money. Be wary of shiny object syndrome. Even me, where I'm at right now, and I'm nowhere near the top, but I am getting the opportunities left and right, and you just have to get good at saying no because you don't have the time and the bandwidth. You are not Elon Musk. I wish I was, but I'm not. That's my message for you today. I'm out.